the trail arm feels like it's maybe a little bit off.
Yes.
And does that cause a little disconnection for you?
Yeah, so like I feel like, you know, in this first half of the swing right here, if I can get it going right, it feels effortless. And
Okay.
it feels like I hit the shot I want to. If I feel like I'm a little off, it feels like I let it go a little bit, and then it just kind of wants to disconnect.
Parts ways from your body a little
Parts
bit.
away from my body, and then I kind of see the club kind of start to get a little up or across,
Yeah.
and then I kind of get choppy with it.
Okay, and you said that arm getting off, I call it widen on the side, you know, out
Yeah.
here. It was leading to getting a little dumpy through impact.
Yes.
A little higher ball flight too sometimes.
Yeah.
My left arm can still push away and create width from the center of my body when I do that. People think about width and connection, and they push the arm away.
Yes.
And that's just devastating.
That's how I played my whole life.
Yeah, exactly. The big thing my dad used to have me do is get my left hand under my right, apply pressure towards the center of my body, and keep it there as I turn. Now watch, my left shoulder, if my chest is facing my hands are still away from the center of my body. Look at that. I still have the same distance between sternum and hands, which is width, and I still have the connection, which is the relationship too. So one of the things that's big there is elbow itself is not on the body, because that can lead to disconnection and pin it behind you, and then you're not going to hit a shot or skip a rock. I always say like this. It's going to be in front of you, and then it releases the angle there. Here's what I feel to answer that question. You talked about the bicep here, and tricep. I do feel like that pinches up against the pec a little bit. So for me, inside of the arm up against the pec, and it does stay there. And you can see my elbow is away from my body, but this part of my arm is very, pinched together. That's why I think a strategic placement of the head cover is big. And what I do with my guys, we see it all the time. A lot of our viewers have seen this as well. This can be a problem. Here's the problem area. Over here.
When it's too low.
If you put that right here. You put this thing on the side. This is a problem area.
Yeah.
And now what happens is the arm traps behind you. And look at where now I'm forced to flip it with my right hand through impact. But watch this. I can move this is big for our viewer too, up and forward. And now my arm is in front of my chest, okay? And now I'm in a position to where that arm's in a better rotated spot. But this all goes back to, in the setup, let's just take it from square one, okay? The giving blood analogy that I've always talked about. I just put the hand out like this, I put my arm out, and then I take my grip. I'm not gonna rotate my arm into an awkward position where my grip is too strong and I can't get it back over. But I have my elbow pulled in like I'm giving blood, the right hand's still in the right spot. But you know what's funny? When I get that giving blood feeling, it puts the pressure of that inside of that arm on the pec. And man, let me tell you, you get this in the right spot, look at this. It just presets all good things, right? It's connection. It keeps the hands in front of the body, and then look it back through, through impact, there I am. So what's really good about this, talking about the structure of the trail arm before you get in here, if we control how much it gets away from you, especially with these shorter irons, I always say, you get the longer clubs out, there's gonna be a little give. Not that we're actively trying to create, there's always gonna be a little extra runoff of the arms and hands and club, not that we're trying to create. We put this in here for shorter irons though. I mean, this is just a go-to right here, because look what happens. You can push away, still keep the connection and the width, the arm stays in front of you, but when you drive back through, this elbow works back in front of your body, and you can see how square that club face is. My dad always told me that Ben Hogan used to wear cardigans, and that these cashmere cardigans used to wear out right here. Okay, and here's the reason why.
Rubbing down.
Yeah, because the elbow would work back and front. So, it's I always had that visual of what I wanted to do. So, I realized that, hey, if we control it decently going back, we can really race it ahead going through. And there's a sand wedge right there with that real low ball flight. That's tight. No left on that shot whatsoever. I want two things from you when you do this. I want a little bit of the giving blood feel.
Okay.
And for our view and for you, that's that funny bone, guys, being pulled towards the center of the body. The left arm's relaxed. I'm not trying to pinch both arms together. The left one's just hanging out. The right one, it's soft, it pulls in, and that's the other key. It's soft. This arm has to give. Look how my forearm's still going, even though my elbow's staying still. So you see that look right there, the elbow's staying in one place, and I'm still turning with it, but this is giving a little bit, and that's the relaxation that you have to really let it go. I'm gonna hold his elbow, go back now. You feel what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
You need a little more of that. I was watching you warm up with that too. And then watch, you would go to the top and I'm gonna pull that down. You know what I mean? And then look at, you're already in a spot now to where that's back in front of you and then through. Feel that?
Yeah. So it's literally like this first half from my elbow up is just staying here.
And the forearm's going.
And the forearm is what's kind of like going.
What you just said is absolutely key. I had a long sleeve shirt on. You actually hold the shirt right here and just get the arm going. But yeah, look at my arm.
Yeah.
It's still going, but the arm isn't going like this. Here's me hinging the club with a straight arm. Watch what happens to this angle when I get my elbow in the correct spot. You see that?
Yeah.
So not only am I going to be able to crack the whip here, it's here, right? That's where some serious power comes from. I can hinge it like this and I'll have something. But if I get it here, oh man,
Oh, yeah.
I really have some serious power.
Yeah,
So that's what I
absolutely.
want to create with you, okay? Get the head cover under the arm.
Yeah.
And it feels like, oh my gosh, it's so restricted.
Yeah.
It's because we need to turn our body more. Okay?
Right. Oh, yeah,
That's the
definitely.
thing. When you're trying to fight it and it's like you're trying to hold it in there and your body doesn't turn, it's like, oh my gosh, where can I? But if
Yeah.
you can let the body go, really get that nice turn that you've been my student for a while now. So, understanding that hip bump that you create and that spine angle, promote the nice turn, right?
Yeah.
You get that with this. Look at, now we're in a position to where it's not as hard to keep it there.
Right.
Because essentially the arms are just right in front of your body. That was a good swing right there.
Felt like a bigger turn.
Oh, dude. Watch this swing. Okay, this is you without the deep turn, but trying to keep it in there. Club stays in front of you, great. But then watch. The arms go up, and look how steep it gets.
Yeah.
That's because of this. You want the quickest way to shallow your swing 10, 20 degrees? Just increase the turn, because the hand path gets better and everything comes
Gets
in here.
deeper. Yeah.
You did such a good job of keeping everything in front of you, but you had no turn. So your chest is already out in front of it, and there it goes, right?
So when I see that club get a little too steep coming down, it's just because my shoulder's not turning enough.
For you being as on plane as you are, 100%, and here's your proof. Because here's the very next swing, okay? Very next swing, and look at, I tell you, deeper turn. Not only does your club come back more on plane and not so far outside, up the forearm, watch your hand path. See how the arm's a little bit more on your shoulder plane?
Yeah.
Now watch this. Look how it transitions under your shoulder, not over it. And you're gonna see the club actually get a heck of a lot closer to that right forearm, inside the hands, and then down the line right there.
Yeah. And I want to have this feeling throughout the bag, everything.
And that's why we didn't really even jump it around with clubs today.
Yeah.
It's the same exact feel throughout the entire bag.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's so pretty right there, buddy. It's funny. You know what I
Yeah.
like too? I got a good one for you. When you get a little booty, little putter head cover like this.
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. This is a good one. Look how that fits in there.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, that thing, I could
Yeah.
walk around with this all day. And
Yeah,
it's like, not
exactly.
even unnatural. So I go
Yeah.
on the front. It doesn't even get to the back. And I just try to keep that right in there. Actually, you know what? I think you'll like this better. Watch this. Just fit that thing right in there. Look at that.
Yeah. That's
Is that
that's
not
how,
ridic-
that's how
Yeah.
it feels with the driver head cover. And it's just letting
So if you have a mallet putter, you might need to change your putter just so you could do the drill better with your golf swing. Good excuse to go out and get a new putter, you guys. The holiday season's here. At Porzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.